You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Jersey Shore After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Jersey Shore After Show.
Get crazy, get wild, let's party, get loud. If you want to have fun and do something, if you want to have fun and do something, get crazy, get wild.
Bing is for doing.
And we are here doing another AfterBuzz TV After Show for the Jersey Shore. Season 6, Episode 5, Merp Walk.
And you know what's so weird? This is one time I could have done it because I'm sober. And you know what? And I'm so.
forgets the intro.
And by the way, I'm so grateful. I'm sober because I forgot we have huge special guests in studio with us. But before we announce, let's go around the table. Keven, Kwoww, Undergaro. Next to me is Whisper.
Jessica Kingpin. King.
Okay, and so for those of you who don't know, laryngitis, legit, but such a trooper, came in, amazing, and she's going to fight through.
Because I love you guys.
Yes, we love you too. Across the table.
We got Roxy, Rookie, Striar.
Okay, one half of the meatballs. You're like Deena. You're
I know,
matzo ball.
balls.
Matzo ball. Only one matzo ball. Okay, and next to her.
I'm going to hold auditions.
Yeah. No, we have one. You've got right next to you.
Oh, you're a temporary meatball, matzo ball?
Temporary. Okay, I'll be a matzo ball, meatball.
Okay, who?
And I'm Erika, E-Vite, Vieira.
You don't love your Jersey Shore name we gave you. It's
to be more
amazing.
proud of it.
It's growing on me.
That's amazing.
Who doesn't want to be called Sparkles? She wants the nickname
No,
Sparkles.
Sparkle, stop.
No,
You're,
Sparkle?
no, because you're almost not a fan if you come up with that name.
No?
Because there's nothing to do with it. It's going to be
Reminds
Sam
me of
Sweetheart.
Whitney Houston.
All right, anyway, so guess what? In studio with
I can be a
us.
fan of
Wait,
both.
you guys. I'm so glad I'm sober for this. I'm so excited to have you here. It's an acquaintance of mine.
I think she's glad you're sober, too.
Actually,
Probably
no,
better.
you're so glad. No, because I'm all over the board and I make no sense. I make less sense than I'm going to make tonight. But we have the host of the Jersey Shore After Show with us, Amy. And Amy, what did we decide your name's going to be?
Amy Paffrath. I'm so happy to be here.
Oh my God, and like, you're blonde.
I know.
I
there's
mean, last
lots of
time I saw you,
changes.
you were all red.
I was single. I was
Right.
a redhead.
And now you're taking now?
I am engaged.
No!
Yay!
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Getting hitched. It's a big deal.
Wow.
I just had a Jersey Shore style bachelorette party in
you really?
Vegas. The way to do it.
By the way, Amy, I know you from E! And like we've done some stuff together with
have.
Maria, but you're so funny and witty, and you're one of those hybrids who can host,
you.
but then also act and do comedy. And tonight to see you in this little mini dress and spray tan, I loved it. I was so excited to see you all jerseyed up for the.
Thank you. It's very fun. It's like putting a costume on. I put the jewelry on. I get the hair teased. I got spray tanned by Paula, Mike's girlfriend.
Mike's girlfriend. So
I
tell
want
us
everyone
how,
to know.
Let's
tell us
hear
how that
about
went down.
This was really bizarre. So I show up in Seaside. We have a rehearsal, and of course, Sally Ann's like, "You need a spray tan." I'll happily oblige, of course. Like, they send me to the salon, and I show up, and this girl looks just like Paula. She's got like these thick nails, like stuff hanging off of them. Like, that's what girls in Jersey are doing. Not like simple little glitter manis like we do. They have like bows and like charms coming off. So her nails are like this. And I'm
Trendy.
like, yeah, right? I was like, you look just like Paula. She's like, I am Paula. And I was like, oh, okay. So we're in there and she's spraying me and she's like, Mike, da-da-da, this, Mike,
No,
that.
wait. What's the name? Like, da-da-da. There's no da-da-da here.
Da-da-da.
Amy.
No yada yada yada. Let's
can't give
bring
us
this
any-
stuff out.
She had nothing but good things to say about Mike, honestly. They just hadn't seen each other in a while when I saw her.
Why did they break up?
I don't know. We don't know. We'll see what happens though. I think they're one of those couples like Sammy and Ron who are like always gonna come back, like an on again, off again situation.
You got to give us something, she said. Come on, a little something.
There was something, I guess, that happened with a prank with some cake, and he was really mad at her about that. Like, someone put balls on cake, and then he ate it.
All right, here's the thing.
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
I actually think she said enough. I think you said enough because I
Balls on cake?
No, not the balls
we
on
thought
cake.
we there together.
Ronnie and Sammy are genuine. I feel like Mike, it was just someone there in the moment. He was sober. It was just having someone with him. I feel like this isn't something that's going to go on, those two.
On tonight's episode, he says that the only reason he wanted to finally ask her out is because she gave him good sex and nice chocolate.
Afterwards.
If that's why you want to be with somebody, not sure if it's going to last.
I think she's just convenient.
That's it.
He's sober.
Right.
He can't party. He can't do what he wants to do. She's there.
At
she's,
least,
you know.
At least for the summer.
And she's
And
cute
for
and
this show.
she's fun.
I say she kind of checks all the boxes, and for now she's there.
Okay, so you also mentioned Sally Salsano. We're huge fans of hers. So tell me, like, what that's like.
Sally's a force to be reckoned with. She's a woman that knows what she wants, and she will get what she wants. And she's a badass.
Is she Snooki with a brain?
She kind of is, honestly, but she doesn't put all the work in that Snooki does. Like, Sally Ann is in a 495 hoodie or a Jersey Shore hoodie, like 24/7. Like, in between takes,
she's a
you're
worker.
freezing, and so I'm wearing these hoodies. She's like, you look like me, except 40 pounds lighter. Like, she's hilarious. She's a hard worker. She goes to bed at like 2 in the morning and is back up at 6 and just round the clock, always calling the shots.
And that's what it takes.
That's what it takes.
That's what it takes.
Yeah, she's got like Seacrest hours.
I wonder, I don't know where it all goes from here. I just wonder if they haven't all peaked.
For Sally Ann?
Everybody, all of them.
No.
She has multiple shows, though.
She does have a lot of different shows, and they're.
She's gonna have a lot of shows, but she's never gonna have that big hit.
It's one of those like lightning in a bottle. Can you capture it twice? Who knows? But this will afford her, I feel like, an amazing career on out because everyone's gonna work with her.
No. She's whatever. She's firmly ensconced in pop culture. She's going to be very well off. She's going to sell $4.95. She already has it for a lot of money. No, that's not my point. My point is, is this the hit. Peak? Is this the big hit? I mean, I know, like, I think of my friend Mark Cronin, my mentor, who I worked with, had the whole Rock of Love franchise.
Yeah.
And I just, with Mark now, he's enjoying his life. It's just, it's like boxing or any sport. It's just sometimes you punch yourself out. You just don't have that same. But it's just not the same.
Is he enjoying by choice, or
what's that?
Is he enjoying his life by choice?
Yes, for sure,
but
by
it
choice.
seems like a personality thing, because from what it sounds like she's kind of a worker, a workhorse, and for people like that, they never turn off. And maybe she'll,
I know, but will she have? But this was magic. What happened on the show, you guys? You can't just.
No, but honestly, that's not even fair to say.
But I've heard from people. Listen, I've heard from their reps that their knock on her is that she says it's all her. And they're like, no, we have a say in this too. It was the situation. It was JWoww. So, just saying.
I think Sally had a huge hand in this show. The show wasn't this when it first started.
But the knock from the rep.
It was a Guido dating show. It was like Rock of Love, but with Guidos. And Sally Ann came in and saw this treatment and was like, I don't think you should do that. I think you should put them in a house together and do like 8 of them like the real world. So that's how this became Jersey Shore.
Just the fact that she cast
wasn't even an original cast member.
Just the fact that she cast these guys.
Sally Ann picked Snooki out.
And then she gets all the credit in the world just for casting. My point is, I am predicting that she's not going to have anything like this show. As great as this show and having the numbers. I'm just saying, because this is just something really special.
I think time will tell too. I think someone who's got it. I mean, you could say that about a lot of people out there. I mean, Oprah or whatever. I'm not saying she had a lightning.
But even Oprah, that's it. No, done. You're never gonna see Oprah do it.
How long was she on the air?
But this show's going, and she was, and that's amazing. But this show's going off. That's it. Done.
I can't even believe we got 6 seasons out of this show.
I know.
That's insane.
I think that's shocking as well with the same cast.
And by the way, and I'm actually gonna say this. I'm back in after tonight's episode.
Yeah, totally.
Sure.
I'm back in.
No, tonight was great. We've got a lot to talk about, and we haven't even gotten to the major topics yet, Kev.
So I know. So listen. So last week,
that's my job.
Last week, our power went out in our studio because of all the floods. We lost power. So Phil had we went to generator
in LA.
How? That doesn't make sense.
It wasn't enough to power this part of the studio, so we weren't able to do it. What was interesting though, Amy, you'd love this, because we are the Jersey Shore. Normally, like, it is a sloppy drunk fest. They started passing the mic and telling sex stories, which was
okay. That's not how it started. Exactly.
I wasn't here. All I heard was the good stuff.
Phil was like, "Listen, Roxy, We don't have electricity, but we have these handheld mics that are battery powered. So we're going to pass this one around, and we're just going to, the two of us, well, there are four of us there, but he's like, we're going to start by talking about the original filming of the Jersey Shore. The very first episode we did at Emerson, if you remember, Kwoww.
That's what started our whole network, by the way.
Oh, wow. Jersey Shore?
Yes.
Me and Roxy, we did the first show together.
It was 3 years ago, season 2. We did the first show together in the basement of Emerson College. And it was the two of us, Phil and Pat Lambert.
That's crazy. All survivors.
That is crazy.
It was insane. We didn't have visual. We had whatever.
Nothing.
Anyway, so we started by talking about that. And then shit just blew up. I mean, we got to hear some crazy sex stories that are better off not being repeated. And we decided at the end of the episode can never be aired.
Now, Phil,
It's too much for audience
Phil,
ears.
do we still have it? Or did you delete it?
I think now that you've mentioned it,
we
it
do
has
still
to.
have it.
You can't bring it up and then not play it.
You know what? I'm just so excited to hold this over all your heads for the rest of your careers.
That is blackmail.
Yeah.
Could I give you the?
I didn't say anything. I was the most boring person.
I'm gonna give you the AfterBuzz exclusive.
Guys, one at a time.
I'm gonna lower your mics because I can. But so here's the thing: we're looking into who's right. It's an unairable episode as of yet because of Gabby, but I think we might air it. I'm leaning towards that.
If we get enough iTunes comments about airing it, then we'll air it. So you have to go to our iTunes, 5-star us, comment, and say you want to see the episode.
You want to find out how Roxy lost her virginity.
Deleted scenes.
Quite the story.
Right.
I feel like
It
my
is
mic's
quite
still
the-
down, Phil. Can you guys hear me?
No, we got you.
It was. I was there.
Am I loud enough?
And it was a great story. It was a good story.
Now, Amy, I don't know if you know this, but Roxy had her stomach pumped at 14.
I did not know
I
that.
think almost everybody in the world knows that
Yeah,
now, Kevin.
but that's what
his favorite story to tell.
Yeah, because it makes her so eligible for the show. Like, that's why she... By the way, you know, Roxy's the one that knew the situation was on drugs before all of us.
You could tell.
Predicted it
Really?
seasons ago.
I knew what drugs, I knew...
Yeah.
Called it all.
All down
No
to it.
way. Where did you grow up?
In Boston.
Yeah. No, hardcore. Like, no, we have an all-star lineup here.
Yeah.
Believe me.
East Coast love.
All right, so we open up with JWoww and Roger. Roger battling, it seemed like he was battling the bouncers, but he pushes her aside. She throws a drink in his face.
Yeah, because she says she threw the drink in his face to calm him down. I still don't really understand the logic there, but...
Works every time.
It calms me down.
Yeah, wouldn't you love if we were at the bar
I would
and
love
you were
it.
bitching at
Toss
somebody
some
and I
ice
was
in
just
my
like,
face.
yep, boom.
Ah, zen.
Like, seriously? She's got to know. That's an issue. She's instigating, but at the same time, it seemed like he pushed her before
Wait, no.
that.
He had pushed
He
her.
pushed-
though,
right,
first.
he
She
pushed-
wasn't
yeah.
instigating.
So she was saying, I did it to calm him down, but really, I'm sure she did it because he shoved her and she threw a drink in his face. And if she had just said that, I would have said, damn right you did.
By the way, a shout out to Ryan, who's our friend
we
of
love
AfterBuzz,
Ryan.
has been in studio with us. We've been out partying with him. I text with him every now and again, and of course, who better than to mediate but good old Ryan,
Love him.
who stirred up so much
Spot
trouble on the
on.
Poly D project.
No, he was great.
Did you see
but
Jerry lingering in the background too?
yeah, and it's
He was
great
there.
because they have their show now, the Poly D project.
Right.
And it's good. I like when MTV, you know,
Little crossover.
Crossover. It's
Cross
good.
promotion.
Exactly. Good for them.
But I mean, Roger was blacked out. You think Roger a little roid rage?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, look at him.
For
He's a
sure.
big
Look at his
boy.
arms.
I mean, and
Big
why
boy.
why did he get so angry anyways? He just seemed like he wanted to fight.
What was the fight about? Is anybody?
Um,
From what
Nobody knows.
she's saying because he was getting aggressive with her, the bouncers stepped in to grab him.
Oh, no. There
No?
was already a full-on fight happening.
The
was
week
fighting
before.
another guy?
But this is what they're claiming. This
Yeah.
is what they're claiming. Is that
All I know is that watching this segment made me incredibly dizzy, and I couldn't tell what the hell was going on, and that's how I knew the Jersey Shore is back. Like when you're watching
Yeah, we're back,
and you
baby.
feel nauseous and dizzy and confused and like you want to take a shot just to make it go away.
And by the way,
Yeah.
and Roger, who's always so charming and gregarious, at least what I was
So protective of Jenni.
The mask fell off, and he was just like, I know who you are. He like went total greed on him.
Well, we have our resident Snooki JWoww person over here who does the show, and I hear from Gabby that they fight all the time on the show.
They fought a lot on the Snooki and JWoww show, a lot. But he never got drunk or belligerent like he did on this episode. And this was not violent. And this was he was kind of now and then he would be, kind of the jerky boyfriend. But this was a whole nother level. And honestly, though, being a fan of Roger and Roger and JWoww's relationship, it was kind of disappointing to see. I mean, granted, JWoww was in his face. I mean, she shouldn't have been there. No girl, like what they were saying throughout the show.
Would you shove your girlfriend to the side?
No. And then to say because she deserved it.
And well, see, I was going to get there. So she shouldn't have been there, but Roger should never have touched her. And when she was trying to get him out of it and saying, hey, you didn't recognize me, she was trying to give him an out.
Right.
And he was like, no, I did. And then she was like, why'd you do it? And then at that point, you're like, ooh, I don't know about this. Tough. So it wasn't cool.
Amy?
Well, I do agree that no guy should ever shove or punch or anything to a woman, but in that situation, there were fists flying everywhere. And in his defense, he was trying to get her out of the way so that no one else punched her in the face. And Jenni's a feisty girl. Yeah. She thinks that she can fight dudes. She can't. I mean, these guys are Roger. Like, his arm is the size of my leg. He's humongous dude.
He's huge.
So he wants to fight his own battles. And I think that's where that instinct came from of like, Jenni, not right now, because if he turns his head, it looked like somebody else was going to punch him,
I'm flipping back to Team Roger. Thank you very much,
I was a little Team Roger in this situation.
No, now I am because of you.
I was going to say, that's a really good point. Also, he pushed her out of the way of the line of fire. And he didn't hit her. He pushed her.
He grabbed her, and it was like a mother, like throwing a child, like, don't.
But
I told you. That
and you're
snap
right.
moment.
I'm stuck. I don't know.
And punches are being thrown and things like that.
When you look at it,
safety thing.
Yeah, when you look at it, because I rewound it too, like a couple times.
I did too.
I was like, did he really do that?
I know.
When you look at it, exactly what you're saying, he was trying to get out of the way, but. It was a very aggressive push.
Well,
like, it wasn't like a out of love, like girl.
Oh,
move.
of course.
It was like a boom.
But he had adrenaline.
It was like,
exactly.
It was
Adrenaline?
I don't think you can turn off that.
It was. I think it was a steroid. The steroids.
And by the way, he's told her this before, so there could be a frustration there as well.
Yeah, that too. And he even said that later to Ronnie. He's like, oh, she's always got to be there. She's always got to be right. She's always got to be in control. So there's probably some underlying issues within this relationship, and I think he just.
And I'm saying, Roger, the meal ticket, easy. What are we doing, buddy? Like, what are we doing?
They could easily get their own spin-off. I could see that happening.
Big time.
The wedding special. Yeah.
He's pretty charming. He's pretty engaging. I really enjoyed him when they featured him a lot on the Snooki and JWoww, and I think his involvement with the show added a lot. I think it was necessary.
He was kind of a dick to Ronnie on the phone, though. I didn't understand that. I mean, first Ronnie goes and calls him. I thought that was really nice of him in general to do because he's really JWoww's friend.
Right.
And then on the phone, yes, I get he's still heated, but I don't know.
I thought he was more just he was being a dick to Jenni and to
Ronnie.
And to Ronnie.
Sure.
I mean, he's loved by all the guys in the house.
They adore him. They seem to look up to him.
Love him. They are. Like, Ronnie and him are legitimately friends outside of Jenni. And I think they would be friends over Ronnie and Jenni. They're that tight. They're like they look up to him like he's their older brother.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I think he has that kind of strong presence about him, and I think the guys love that. And he's funny. He is. He's funny.
He's like the wise old man, but yet can still party with them on the weekends, like the cool dad.
Yeah.
We were saying last season, like those two last season were like the matriarch and patriarch of the house.
Yeah, I think that's right. And it's so funny to see Jenni go from season 1 to now.
Never having sex with Roger.
Exactly. It's so
the running
bizarre.
joke. Yeah.
Well, I was saying, I've said many times, even before this show, the shelf life of the city guy and girl is so much shorter. They age so much faster because they party so hard. They're all out doing whatever at 13, 14 years old. And so by the time they get to this age, they're out of gas. And when I saw that first episode, they all got back. Did you notice they had dinner and they went up to the roof deck and kind of like unbuttoned the top button of their pants, let their stomachs hang out, and they were just all exhausted. And I was like, oh my God, like think of what 3 years has done.
I am like a praying mantis.
Yeah, no longer
anymore.
a praying mantis, just punched out.
But then we're seeing the one coming in from behind, the person we all were a little iffy at first. Deena is killing it, bringing the alcohol back, bringing everything back.
But
we're not there yet, are we?
Well, no, not even that. No, but I said to you, I whispered to Roxy, is it too much too late?
Yeah.
Is it too much too late? Deena
tough.
coming in.
I think she's always had that personality, but the fact was, with Snooki being such the star of the show, she was always the focus. So I think Deena was there, and she pulled some crazy stuff in the last couple of seasons. Some of those dance moves, her no underwear, the making out with all the girls, she pulled crazy stuff, but the focus was always Snooki.
Snooki wasn't going to ever let Deena steal her spotlight.
No stealing of thunder.
But guys, like I'm saying, this is perfect proof that it's lonely at the top. Because poor little Deena
At the top of the bar, literally.
She's standing on top of the bar. She has nobody there with her, just crying. I mean,
You know what? It's all to me. It was also very telling is that she got arrested, and I didn't hear about it. Remember when Snooki got arrested? It was national news.
Yeah, it did come out. It wasn't.
I mean, it came out, but your job is for it to come
out. Yeah,
you would know.
You mean
but
you found it?
But
yeah. I don't know. I saw it on Twitter or something, but I follow MTV. I follow E. I
No,
follow
that's your job. I mean, but mainstream civilians, you know, like me, I didn't hear
Well,
about
I don't
it.
even think Deena is a household name like Snooki is. Like grandparents who have never seen the show know Snooki, but they don't know Deena.
Yeah.
Deena is the second fiddle. You're right.
Yeah.
And so now she has her opportunity, but yet she's solo. So it's not as fun to go out and party by yourself. It's depressing.
Yeah.
But
Depressing.
There's a fine line between like having a good time and being an alcoholic.
I get depressed just watching her up there drunk on the
Legit.
table.
But honestly, props to her for trying to make good TV because she didn't stay
Giving
in the
it her
house.
all.
Yeah.
She's giving it her all.
She's partying like it's her job, and it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Get it, girl.
It is her
It is her job.
She's sitting there, and Sammy's like, she's like, I'm gonna audition you to be a meatball. Sammy tries to come with her, but whatever, she leaves too soon because she wants to go out there. She wants the cameras on her. She's trying. She's really trying
Giving
to
it
make
her
it.
all.
Yeah.
Well, and also keep in mind, she hasn't been on the show as long as everybody else. I mean, she's 2 seasons behind also.
Yeah, that's what
so,
yeah.
you know, I mean, I give her props. I'm a fan of hers. I feel like she's always bringing it. She's always trying. But yeah, she's always going to be second fiddle to Snooki.
No, I love what she's doing, but I'm saying it's just, I think it's too late. I think we're past that show. I think it's too much, too late.
I kind of agree with you.
Yeah.
I do. And Deena's so sweet, and she really is nice, but it does feel like she's trying really hard at this point, and
Right.
no one likes to see someone try that hard.
I know.
Oh, props to her
want
for
it to
looking
be-
good
I
and
know,
losing weight.
She does.
She does.
Yeah.
She does.
She has a great little
Fresh
figure.
diet. Yeah.
Fresh diet? Is that what
I've
that
done
is?
it. It's good.
What is it?
Delivery system.
Oh, is that what she
Yeah,
does?
Yeah.
we get it
She
at the
did
house.
It. Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's delicious.
Kevin's
And
a
it
fan.
works.
Can I jump? I want to
Please.
jump back for a second. Going back to Kwoww and Roger, does it make it worse that she actually she was fractured? Her ankle or her foot was
No,
fractured?
it's the line I was saying earlier about The Sopranos. This is the life we chose. That's the
Not
life
by
they
your
chose.
boyfriend.
It's just, but you guys, that's life on the Jersey Shore. That's the life you chose. It just comes along with it.
It's true.
From like a stranger, maybe.
But when you're at the shore and you're a shore girlfriend and you're with your gorilla juicer, that's life
and
on the
you're
shore.
wearing those massive stilettos.
It comes along with it.
I'm guilty of course.
You got to
as well.
take the good with the bad. I don't know what good there is, but you got to take the good with the bad.
The bad with the bad.
Excuse me, you don't know what good there is.
No, you're right.
All
There's
you
so
do is
much
talk
good.
about how much you want to be
I
on
know.
the show.
That's all I kept saying to Roxy. I'm like, they're having so much fun. I said, don't, but you don't even get it because you have this much fun in your life.
Kevin lives
See, Amy,
vicariously.
I never
through
had this
Jersey
much
Shore.
fun. All I ever did was work, and I'm tired of it. Now I want to
can do it now.
I want
Why
to get in the
not?
time machine
Now he
and go.
does. Now he has a good time.
I kind of do. Not
Not
really.
as often,
It's
but
not as easy now when you're an established professional either. You can't
it
like
sucks.
be throwing up the next day
No,
and not
it's
go to work.
horrible, horrible.
Unfortunately, I had college. I don't know about you guys, so I had these crazy 4 years. And by senior year, yeah, you're like,
You're
okay,
over
I'm
it.
good.
You're done.
Did you?
This
Where
is their
did you go to
senior
school?
year.
Were you back east?
Mizzou.
Oh, Mizzou.
University of
oh
Missouri.
my god! So
Oh.
you party?
Oh,
I did party.
Yeah,
I
those
did.
guys know how to party. Yeah, they know how to have fun. But you know, I was also saying about the party scene on this show. I wonder how none of them are aware enough to realize that this is the end of something. You know, for me, when I partied in college, but I remember senior year being like at the end when we were saying goodbye, like, wow, this is really a farewell tour because it's never going to be like this the rest of our lives.
yeah.
Where we just have a free pass. You know, a paid vacation,
Okay,
which
can
is
you
what it was.
stop? You're freaking me out because I'm in my senior year
Okay,
right now.
and you should,
bugging
right?
out.
No, and Roxy, you should be more aware because if you're not,
Cherish
it up.
Roxy.
Oh, she lives in LA.
Were
that
you-
life continues.
Were
when
you
you're
It's
aware?
true.
LA is
Transition
LA's
is
the
like-
place where you can be 17 forever.
Yeah.
Always.
So it's
Peter
very good.
Pan
You're lucky.
syndrome,
You're
yeah.
lucky here.
Okay.
But when you were a senior, Amy, were you aware that the party was coming to an end?
Totally.
But a lot
I
of
was
people.
also moving right here, and I couldn't wait to get out of
So it was
Missouri to
different for
come
you.
here. Yeah.
But a lot of people don't realize it, and what happens is when 5-10 years go by, and like, oh my God, I wish I could so
Yearning
bad. By the way, I
for the
see.
youth.
By the way, I see this on the movie sets too, where they don't understand, like, you're making magic right now. What's going on right now? You're working with these people, like, even TV shows, like, you don't understand if you're doing a sitcom or whatever, you're having this great exchange, and once it's over, it's over, and you will regret it, and you will miss it later, and all the bitching you did on set and all the things you didn't enjoy, you'll look back and go, I wish, you know. And what I'm saying is I'm sad for these guys, because it's never going to be like this again. This lightning in a bottle is never going to happen again. And I'm wondering if any of them are aware of it. It doesn't appear that way to me. You're going to say, Erika, that it does appear that way? Yes.
No, what I was going to say is, do you think that they're aware of it, but they're over it? Like, they're done. Like Snooki's pregnant, like JWoww and Roger.
They are done, but even that means you're not aware of it.
Yeah, they think they're done, but then they're...
Because they think, yeah, no, I'm done with this, moving on. Like, oh, yeah, you're moving on, all right. Not going to be the same. Enjoy this ride all the way to the end. They will regret. 5 or 10 years, they're going to look back and go, oh, my God, that was unbelievable.
Depends on where they're at in 5 or 10 years.
They will not be any greater than this. Neither will Salsano, everybody. But especially not them. I especially will promise you that these guys will not be at the place they're at right now.
We can do whatever we want.
Well, I mean, it's an endless summer camp. Who doesn't want that?
That's what I'm saying.
And I think that's why this show's so popular, because so many people live vicariously through that constant partying. I mean, you watch the episode and you can't wait until they're going to be at Karma or Bamboo, because that's the best part of the episode.
By the way, Erika, you're the first. Thank you for saying that. I say that every week. Yeah. I don't hear that from the rest of my table.
Oh, I love it. I can't wait. Okay, finally, get to Karma. No out to dinner. Like, they got to go out. It's
because you're living a little vicariously through.
Of course. You know, I'm married.
Where have you been for 3 seasons?
I've been watching it with my husband at home on Thursday nights, going, okay, let's take a shot and go out.
I don't know if you can be a matzo ball, man. I don't know.
You don't know me well enough, girlfriend. You know.
We're gonna get some shots in your
Roxy, you're tough.
I'll rejudge.
Roxy also.
Girl, you're in college. I did that, and trust me, it won't end in college. You'll still be partying.
No, it's not going to end with Roxy.
No.
Roxy's the honey badger. She don't care.
It gets better after college, let me tell you. It gets a lot better.
That's what we
here
all
in
say
LA.
when we get old. It gets better.
Every year.
No, by the way, no.
Hangovers get worse.
For most civilians, listen, can I tell you something?
That's a bitch.
For most civilians, it does not get better.
That's true.
But in Hollywood, it does get better.
I think it gets better.
Hollywood's where it's at. We have events every night of the week that you can go and drink for free. You can go to Vegas, and
everybody's like,
if you're a woman in a short skirt, you get the keys handed to you.
New York and LA.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
exactly.
All right, Amy, we gotta go out. We gotta show Roxy how it's done.
Okay. So listen. So the foot gets fractured by Jenni. You know, and I love how Snooki's just excited to have a friend. Vintage Snooki.
So this propels them to go to Karma.
No, but back to that, I love how it's like, okay, Jenni breaks her foot. It's still all about Snooki.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
It's about everybody else. It's always all about Snooki.
But you know, again, I think a lot of people don't give her the credit she deserves, because she does have an it factor. You know, she's
Snooki.
Yeah, absolutely.
Totally.
She's in the doctor's office. It's about her height. Even if you look in the background when they're talking to Jenni, she's playing with the wheelchair. I mean, she's just always making good television. She's creating moments all the time.
She's great.
But I love how her concern was that she would have a friend now that that Jenni had a broken foot.
But it seemed like JWoww was more concerned about Vinny's uncle than hanging out with Snooki.
All right, so let's go to Karma. I love seeing the Vinny family. I love Uncle Rico.
Nico.
And,
Nico, sorry.
Yeah, there was Dino and Nico and Tino and Tino.
I don't know. He just seemed like a creepy old man to me.
Yeah. And
yeah, of course he was, but he was a greed. I love that.
I loved that they made Snooki get up and get them the drinks.
Yeah.
What the hell is
pregnant
that?
girl at the bar.
She seemed happy doing it. Give her a job. Give her something to do.
Yeah.
I mean, she was just sitting there. Blah.
You know, but wait
She's just sitting there being all pregnant. And stuff.
Okay, wait.
At
Doing her
Karma.
mom dance.
Let's go around the table. And I'm thinking if one of you guys were pregnant, wouldn't we all be a little more sensitive? Do you think that they would be a little bit more, people would be a little more doting over someone who's pregnant, a little more careful?
It's Snooki though.
But I feel like she always complains about how badly she wants to be drinking or partying, and so I would think that they would be a little more sensitive.
They wouldn't make her miss a drink she can't drink.
Okay, but
Well, first of all, I'd never serve a pregnant girl if she walked up to the bar and asked for drinks. I'd be like, I'm not.
But maybe they don't
You couldn't even
know.
tell she's pregnant.
Yeah, maybe they
That's
don't know
true.
she's
She's a little
pregnant.
meatball.
She's also Snooki. She's gonna get what she wants in that
Yeah.
bar. You know, she's like that's her bar.
Yeah, I doubt she even
And they
had to
just
go
want
to
to
the
be
bar.
on TV.
Yeah.
Bartenders are hoping to.
But I'm
some
saying,
airtime.
do you think the group should be more like, be careful sitting down, here's your pill? I mean, I know I would be if someone was
Yeah, but,
pregnant.
I mean, that's you, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying, I think anybody, wouldn't they be if someone's
No.
that pregnant?
I think they were having fun with her. I think they were appeasing her. She seemed like she wanted to get up, have drinks. She was having fun with it. I
Okay.
mean, they actually, to be honest, they seemed pretty cool with her.
They were having fun with it.
Yeah,
All
I think they were having fun with her.
I
They
feel like
were.
everyone was very respectful
I
of
thought
her.
so, too.
But at the same time, she's not like disabled. She's pregnant, and I feel like as a pregnant woman, I'll be the same way. Like, get off me. I'm fine.
Oh hell no!
And I
I'm
feel like
gonna
Snooki-
work
Stop touching
it
me.
and milk it like Jenni. I'm gonna milk it when I'm pregnant. I'm gonna be like, no, get me what I want.
I feel like people doting on me would get annoying. I can do it myself.
I feel like Snooki's the kind of person that likes that though. Like she's a complaining pregnant girl.
Yeah.
So everyone's probably kind of just like.
she is
over
like
it.
that with Gianni.
Yeah.
Gianni does everything.
You guys are
like, I'm
telling me
tired.
Gianni's like under 5 feet.
Oh yeah.
I always was sitting here thinking that she was small and he was like medium size.
No. Have you seen them walking next to each other?
Well, I didn't realize that she was 4'8". I thought she was maybe
She lost an
5'2".
inch. Lost an inch.
Yeah, I didn't realize she was that short either.
Yeah, you know, so if she was 5'2", I figured he was 5'6".
Can we
Barely.
let's
5 feet.
let's talk about the
you really?
situation and his reacting at the bar.
Who?
Remember the situation?
When he was eating to
situation.
drunk people. I feel bad for him. I mean, the worst thing you can possibly do when you're getting out of rehab is surround yourself with what you're not only just the things you were in rehab for, but also just so much alcohol and drugs and people. And part of you probably thinks, thank God I'm not acting like that because that looks like a drunk idiot. But most of you is like, I wish I could have that much fun.
It's bad enough being around drunk people when you're sober, when you're not an addict.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine how much worse.
I mean, they tell you not. It's part. They tell you not to.
Yeah. Not to be in front of, I
Yeah.
mean, the temptation. I mean, he's right there in front of the temptation. I mean, good for him for being able to, refrain. And I don't know if it's partly because he's in front of the cameras and there's like that pressure.
Yeah.
But I think it would be tough.
I mean, we read in our news and gossip a couple weeks ago that he does fall off the wagon a little bit for alcohol, so we know that it can't stay like this forever. But for the time being, he's doing a really good job. I don't actually know how long it's been because, we don't know whether this was really 4 days and we've seen it
Amy, do you
over
have
5
any-
episodes.
any
Of when this started from when he got out of rehab?
No,
Yeah.
Like a
and how
time
long they
span.
filmed.
How long they filmed? They did film for 2 months, 2.5 months maybe, back in August, I believe, or earlier, over the summer, 2.5 months or so. I don't know how far this in
Yeah,
was.
this could literally be a few days in.
Yeah.
We don't know. So we don't know how long he's really stayed sober for and how long they're going to make it look like he stayed sober for. So I can definitely give him props because I can see him out and he's definitely trying and he's doing well. But it's funny because we watch this show, but we also know where these people are at in real life. Like we know that Roger and JWoww are engaged.
engaged.
So we can't really spend that much time talking about whether this fight will be the end all be all.
That's true.
So it's like the same thing with the situation. We know he falls off the wagon.
Right.
It's just a matter of when.
But let's at least say this: he looks great. He looks
He does.
better
For now,
than
he looks awesome.
he looks better than he's ever looked.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have like that
Definitely.
puffy face look. He actually looks different. He used to sway a lot more. His words
His
are all
eyes
His
slurred.
words are
Right.
always just like stuttering. and
Yeah, I mean he
slurred.
looks good, and I
know it's just hard
sad.
to talk about when
Yeah.
we know that this doesn't last.
That's
so I don't even know what to say. We'll see when it happens, and we'll try to make sense of it then.
He got very angry, and I've seen that in a lot of dry drunks. That people
Bitter.
off, so they get angry, like he wanted to just fight a guy for no reason. And what I've noticed is that they're really pissed that they can't party, and so they're just looking to take it out on somebody. And I've seen it so many times. Like I totally could see it on him. So.
well, he was trying not to fight in the episode and the episode before.
Yeah, but he's
that.
ripped like Rambo. He kicks like Van Damme.
Van Damme.
Puts his
I
head through
love
cement
that.
walls. I mean, he's so not a fighter. It's like, really, Mike? Come on, buddy.
Seriously.
You're not a fighter.
He
We're
tries
back.
so hard though. He just.
Poor
Yeah,
guy.
like you were saying before, nobody wants to see somebody trying that hard, and he tries so hard.
He
He's
does
so
try
tough.
so
like,
hard. He
I just feel like being like, breathe, buddy, breathe. Like you don't have to kick somebody's ass to be cool. Just
Yeah, be genuine.
But you know, he's kind of backed in a corner. These people are like vultures attacking him. He's literally standing with his back against the wall. And there's people, can I have a hug? Like,
just grabbing at him. You know, you would almost need to be, I would have to be drunk to do that.
Oh, I would have to be drunk to handle that for sure.
Right. And that's every day he's getting that.
Yeah.
So on one hand, I'm like props, but on the other, you know, it's hard.
And that's the thing, they all are. I always think about this too when they're in Karma or Bamboo or wherever they're at. Like, really, what's really going on around them? We see what the cameras are filming and, you know, Deena's dancing, whatever, but what's going on around them? Like, what people are haggling them?
More and more
what
you can see that when you watch the episodes. It's becoming a big ordeal. You see just crowds of people following with cameras now.
They can't hide it.
No.
By the way, speaking
and it's at Jersey Shore. Everything along the boardwalk is geared toward that show. So there's like a Snooki. You can like throw the ball at Snooki's head. It's like games are now designed. So it's a big tourist attraction. And now it's getting harder and harder for them to film even because of these bystanders.
I know. I want to go there now. I really do, just because of what I've seen.
I want to play the Snooki game.
I remember they had to push back the original filming of Snooki JWoww because the day they went to go film, there was such a mob of people around the house that they couldn't safely get the girls into the house.
Right.
So that's how many people are there now, just like attacking.
They even showed it on the Snooki and JWoww show. They went to a nightclub. I think it was in Miami. I forget where it was. But there was an instance where they were up in a table, and it got so bad because people were throwing stuff. And then Snooki was pregnant, and she's like, "What?" She said, "What the hell am I doing here? Seriously, I'm pregnant. This is not safe. I don't want to be here."
That was
before or after she filmed
Cancun. Yes, thank you.
If you actually go to YouTube. So you guys are talking about people with camera phones and things like that, taping them. You go to YouTube, you see a lot of those kind of videos.
Oh, really? I've never looked.
A lot of these raw videos, and you see, there's one I remember seeing of Ronnie and Vinny, and they looked so uncomfortable, almost like they were frightened.
Like in a fishbowl.
They were scared.
It's got to be weird.
Yeah.
It's got to be horrible.
It's like worse than the paparazzi because it's swarms of fans that just want to watch you.
They're
getting
like
drunk.
sipping their
and how
drink.
can you like really enjoy that?
Right.
Yeah, they're
I'm
like
gonna
in
really
a corner.
let loose with this big crowd watching. Yeah.
Nice though that Paula comes by and at 5 in the morning, and Paulie, of course, being amazing, ushers her right up. And by the way, side note, Paulie, who's like next to Snooki, the legitimate like breakout star, still just such a great guy.
I love Paulie.
Right?
Love him. Sweetest guy ever. Like the nicest person. He's so fun and like just carefree. Like he's never the one to bring drama ever.
And humble still.
Yeah. And he's hilarious. He'll just like yell out random words. Like people just love him because he's just so random and
he seems like that on the show. So he's actually legitimately
really is like that. Yeah.
That's
I think
awesome.
they all are very representative of who they really are. Just maybe a little more amped up because of the circumstances.
They're wasted.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you don't, what's interesting when you mention that, you don't ever really see Paulie get that wasted, like the girls do, or like, you know, Situation did.
Because his goal is always to like bring a girl home, and you can't be passing out on someone when you're getting action.
Yeah. So. I hope you forget about your boyfriend.
I mean, that ultimately his goal. It's interesting because I would like to see Paulie just completely let loose, and you actually don't ever
like get abducted, drunk,
something like blackout drunk, like
arrested drunk.
Yeah, something.
Maybe he just holds it well.
He's always in the background. He's chill.
Yeah, he's got his shit together.
Yeah, he does. I mean, that's why Keven, he's out there.
And that's
he
why
also has a reputation to uphold.
It's also because he
has a brand now. He's aligned with products. SK Energy, like he's got a ton of different.
I think a big part of it is that he also loves music so much that when he goes out, you know, they're playing these tunes. He doesn't have to get shit faced because he just likes to be there. He likes to dance. He likes the music. He likes the company. Like he likes this life, not just the drinking aspect. Like as opposed to some of these people are like, whatever, the music's in the background, but I'm gonna take shots. He's like, oh, cool, this is cool.
What do you guys think of the big 8th grade moment from Sitch that he wants to go? He's thinking of asking Paula to go steady. Maybe
so immature.
Take her to.
Will you go out with me?
Can you go to the ice cream social with me?
I thought it was sweet.
Again, it's hard to talk about knowing that they're not together. So
may I buy you a lime Ricky?
He's gonna pass her a note.
Yeah.
Check yes or no.
I think she definitely deserves it. She's stuck by him. We saw her 4 seasons ago. This girl, it seems so sweet. She seems awesome.
Okay. She seems sweet. She seems nice, but at the same time, he's famous. He's out there. How do we really know what kind of relationship it is and what type of girl she is?
It's definitely true.
She seems cool, but
she was very cool when she spray tanned me. I really was like, I could go out with you, Paula. And we became Facebook friends. And I said, if I'm ever out there again, like I want to go hit the boardwalk with her.
She's cool.
She's really chill.
Yeah,
I think that's why they love her so much.
We have to send you undercover.
Let's do it.
No, seriously, you're in.
With Paula?
Any of them. I didn't even think of that.
Paula.
We're trying to plan our trip to the
When's the
shore.
next time? When's the next time you're on the East Coast?
We're done actually with all the after shows, but there will be, I believe, some kind of finale, which hasn't been decided yet, either there or here. I don't know. I usually find out like 2 days before I'm traveling.
It'll probably be there.
I hope it's there. I want to go to the East Coast for the holidays, so I'm like really making a bid to get out of LA.
Oh, Rox, what do you say?
Yeah.
We hit New York City because remember Gab? It's her birthday. It's Gabby's birthday around that time.
Yeah.
The other matzo ball who you haven't met.
Okay.
Who's also from E. And we were going to go last
Gabby
year.
DeSpiro? No. Clearly not.
No.
Gabrielle Lauren Shutter.
Anyway.
Otherwise known as Sassy Gabby.
I love the fact that you can hang out with them. Oh, wow, we have a double agent. I'm so excited. All right, listen, let's do news and gossip, and then we're going to, before we do predictions, I got to pump Amy some more about these guys and, of course, her own career. So,
All right.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, so I'll do it. I'll make it quick. Speaking of DJ Pauly D and his career, he was in the middle of a lawsuit that a settlement was just made. Supposedly, a Connecticut-based DJ named Paul DJ Pauly had sued him for trademark infringement. And basically, he's saying that DJ Pauly D has the same name, and he's ruining this DJ Pauly's G-rated reputation.
and let me guess, it was settled out of court, right? And terms were undisclosed.
An unspecified settlement.
Yeah,
They were suing
always,
him
always.
and Viacom.
Yeah,
All right,
and
and an
Viacom.
unspecified
This is a
settlement.
sick joke.
So see how I predicted it? So can I, now you want it all explained to you?
He's basically saying.
And this one you guys don't get a rebuttal for because I've had to deal with this too many times because this is what you deal with when you're a celebrity. Amy, this is what's coming for you, so you better pay attention.
Oh God. Okay, I'm paying attention. I'm gonna stop tweeting.
So most of celebrities are targeted because of the fact that they're celebrities, and most of the time they're not going to fight back. They're just going to, in the mafia, we say pay the vig. They're just going to pay it and move on. Attorneys know this, and that's why they come after you for that reason. And let's just say you get one person that's going to, like Maria, who's going to go, fuck you, you don't get anything. And that's it. I'll fight you to the end of the earth. When you get a crazy Greek or someone of that ilk, then the other opposing lawyer usually says, okay, but I'll keep going because I like the publicity. It's really, really bad. And I can't tell you, I don't want to say the celeb names of the celebs I know, and the amount of money is staggering.
What they've lost by trying to fight?
What they've just paid, what they've handed over.
So what they
and I mean, one celebrity was literally 3,000 miles away from where the alleged incident took place and still paid.
What?
So what happens?
Is that your advice then, is to pay it off or to fight it?
Depends on the situation.
I'm a fighter. I'm not going down. If I didn't do something, there's no way in hell I'm giving you my money.
No. Amy, here's my advice.
I worked hard, theoretically.
Okay, so listen. Here's my advice. You have to have the right insurance. So you have to carry the right insurance because then it's all.
What's it like, celebrity insurance? So, I mean, what is
like
it?
an LLC, like a business?
Absolutely. No. It's even if you have an LLC, no, they can still come after you personally, but no, you have insurance, and then your insurance will provide you with attorneys to fight it, and you let them battle it out. That's what you do.
All right.
So if somebody else is named Paffrath and they call your lawyers, then you're fighting till the end.
Anyway.
I haven't trademarked anything.
Anyway,
so
I'm sure
I should go to the patent office tomorrow.
I'm sure the guy didn't have the strongest case, but it doesn't matter. And I'm sure they just
it's
easier to pay them to go away.
That means
and
he's making enough. He's really well off.
But he may have insurance as well, and Viacom obviously has got that part taken care of. So it is what it is. Next news item.
All right, this is kind of a lighthearted news item. Jersey Shore stars were sharing their stories of their worst jobs. Deena worked at Six Flags at Magic Mountain for a week and couldn't stand it. Ronnie was a busboy at a catering hall, and he didn't like it because he had to work holidays. Sammy was a grocery bagger. JWoww worked at a nursing home, and Mike, big surprise, was a stripper.
I'm surprised we've never heard that until now.
Wow.
That Mike was a stripper.
And then
we have?
Yeah.
Like, where was I?
Well, you don't do the after show. I understand.
Well, I did in the first 3 seasons, so I missed all of that.
Yeah, you missed it. Those were
I had a lot to catch up on.
The Juicinda years. What was her name? Juliana?
Julissa?
Julissa years. Yeah, those
Well,
are the.
this is
but by the way, all those light jobs until their lottery balls came up in the little lottery machine.
Yeah, they might still, I mean, you know, Deena might still be working at Six Flags.
She might have to go back after.
Yeah.
But, okay, so speaking of Mike the Situation, MTV announced that it's debuting a new web series featuring The Situation.
So bizarre.
And Tyler Posey from Teen Wolf. And in the show, what they're going to be doing, this is totally random, they're going to be asking CNN lead political anchor Wolf Blitzer from The Situation Room questions from young voters, right leading up to the presidential election on November 6th. So the first spots are going to be aired on October 16th, and it's going to be on powerof12.org and mtvnews.com.
All right, so wait, Paul, Amy, I'm expecting you to be so facetious right now, and you're like nodding your head like, yeah, you know,
because
I think
it's a valiant attempt on MTV's part to get people interested in the election, and I applaud that. But it's a missed opportunity by putting The Situation on it, because he's not someone that you associate with. Yeah, and you want to hear what he have you seen his ab workout video? Has anyone watched it? You should go home and Netflix it. It's hysterical.
Yeah.
If you think he is a good host at all, watch this. Like,
No, we
the
don't
kid should
think
not
that.
be hosting a show.
No, it should be a VJ or somebody.
It should be like Sway or someone who's
Sway or
actually
Paula even.
Or even
or Amy, freaking Paffrath.
Vinny has a background. Actually, Vinny has a background
Vinny's
in
really
political
smart.
science, and I'm actually surprised if they wanted to like keep this Jersey Shore buzz and string it out. I would have thought they would have done Vinny.
I love that. Our Amy freaking Paffrath. That's right, baby. You
Come
should
on,
be right
MTV.
there. Come
Yeah.
on. Okay, what else do we got?
All right. So moving on from there, last piece of news and gossip. It's about we're going back old school to Angelina, Roxy.
That's your girl, Roxy.
Your girl.
Girl.
Yeah. Woo.
Roxy scored the exclusive with her in Vegas.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Good
Angelina.
get, Roxy.
Baby.
They're besties now.
So, anyway, she participated in an online video debate on Deyoon, DEYOON.com. And basically, she was really vocal about expressing how against gay marriage she is.
Okay, she's not my girl anymore.
Yeah, so
I'm dropping her.
listen to this. So she says that I love gay people. Quote, I have a lot of friends that are gay, and no offense to any gays out there. And if I'm offending anyone or you, I'm sorry, but I think gays should be married. I don't think gays should be married. If you want to date each other, fine. See how it works. In the end, they should marry their own type.
What?
That doesn't make sense. She says, if you're a male, marry a woman, and if you're a woman, marry a male. So Angelina's out there trying to be all political with her.
I don't understand people who support gay people in essence, but not gay marriage. That doesn't even make sense.
I have gay friends.
That's like, it's like making a racist comment and then being like, but Jessica's my friend. Like, all the time. People are like, I have gay friends, but I don't support that.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Then they're not your friends.
I give her a lot of credit.
For weaseling her way back into the news?
That's it. That's it. Exactly.
Snap.
Because she
I
said
saw what
something
she did right there.
really stupid.
She did. Really stupid and
ignorant,
political.
And that's smart for her.
It is pretty genius, Kevin. I'm right there with you.
If she thought it out,
There's no other way we'd be talking about her.
Then let's stop talking about it.
Yep. Silence.
Okay, and that is your what?
My news and gossip.
Nice, very nice. Okay, so, all right, Amy.
That leaves a sour taste.
Amy, so you know these
Friendship
guys.
over.
Okay, so word association.
Oh, God.
All right, I just want one word for each name we throw at you.
Okay.
Ooh, fun.
Vinny.
Quick.
Mole.
Mole.
He looks like a mole to me. I don't understand why girls are like obsessed with Vinny. My own sister is like, I need Vinny. I want Vinny's underwear. I'm like, what?
Oh my gosh.
It's weird. I look at him and I see a little mole.
A little mole.
Little mole. Like Ja
Why?
Rule.
Is he short?
But Ja Rule.
He's little.
Is he really?
Oh, wait, Vinny's little?
None of them are tall.
Are you sure?
None of them are tall.
He looks tall.
He
He's
thought
not
he was tall. He-
Isn't Polly kind of tall?
Not kind of
No.
tall. No. I mean, kind of tall is like 6 foot, right? He's definitely not 6 foot.
Really?
No.
All under 6 feet?
Yeah.
I thought Polly was.
I'd be the
Probably
tallest
for
one.
casting purposes, just for film. I mean, you've got Snooki.
You could have a 6 foot guy with
Yeah,
Snooki.
exactly.
Roger looks big.
Roger
They
is
didn't cast
big.
him.
Yeah, he's not cast.
That's true.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
should.
Quiet, please. Sammy.
Oh, look at that face.
You gotta
oh
say
my gosh.
something, not just a
She doesn't
face.
even have to say it.
Sassy?
Just like our girl Gabby.
Sassy?
Sassy,
Super
huh?
sassy.
What
yeah.
do you mean
Like,
by that?
good.
She just, like, if you say something that gets under her skin, you feel it immediately. Like, I have to ask some very awkward questions sometimes, and Sally will be in my ear, like, prod her about this, and I do it willingly. It's my job. But you can feel the room when, like, Sammy is irked by something, and the sass just comes your way. Like,
she's tough.
Does it ruin her attitude for the rest of the day?
It does. And I saw it at the reunion last year. I had to like make a joke about Ronnie going back to a strip club, and like you just felt the tension.
Is she the sweetest bitch you'll ever meet?
She really is, honestly. Like, she'll be really cool to you, and then the moment you cross her, it's like
she just reminds me of the pretty girl in high school.
She's very pretty.
No, in high school. Meaning, like, not pretty, you're pretty, but pretty, like, for what you see in local high schools. And those girls were always, like, just like that. Kind of sweet, whatever, but arms folded in the corner, in the fight with the boyfriend at the party. I'm not talking to him. And then, like, making up and, like, back and forth, like,
yeah.
It's,
okay. She's very representative of who she is on the show.
Okay, film music, please.
What kind of music?
No, I'm word association.
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy. You were just doing it. We actually finally had a good engineering moment. Okay. Pauly D.
Silly. Yeah. I've had like fun interactions with Pauly. He's just cool and easygoing, and anyone can have a conversation with him.
All right, situation. Phil, do you think we can get the guys out there to be louder? Good.
Sleazy.
Ooh.
Sleazy.
Has he made a pass at you?
Has he?
Oh, yeah.
Really? Wait.
What does he say?
He said things on camera, too, so it's clearly, for the show of it. But then,
camera's off, what?
Yeah. No, I mean, nothing like overtly, but it'll just be like, girl, you've been working out, huh? You're looking good.
Nice.
Yeah. He's nice, but there's an ick factor to him for me. It's a little sleaziness.
And I think
as far as I know, everybody loves the situation.
That's right. Because of that attitude. But
that's right.
I resist people like that, too. I'm like, really? Not everybody.
But by the way, don't you think that's the consensus? Or no?
Yeah.
That he's sleazy? Yeah, I think.
He skeeves people.
Totally skeezy, sleazy.
Okay, so... Snooki.
Attention starved.
Oh.
Yep.
And we don't even need a follow-up on that one.
Don't.
We're going to go to her counterpart.
Go, Rox. Go.
Deena.
Needy.
Yeah, totally.
Perfect.
And that's
You're good at this game.
combo. Needy and attention with Snooki and
That
Deena.
is true. You're right. They make a winning combination.
And by the way, this is going off the fact that you know them.
What about Gianni?
I haven't met Gianni.
Okay.
I never met Gianni.
What about... We got Ronnie, the little juice head.
Ronnie's one of the ones that just kind of slides by, like
under the radar.
Yeah, I really don't have a very strong impression of Ronnie. Like, he's kind of like the guy that
we were out with him at the club, and he just sat in the corner all night, and I said my word for him was just bland. He was just,
bland is a good word.
Kind of bland.
Yeah, I would go with bland.
Or as one of our hosts here, Jesse Jandy, says, he's mayo. Like mayonnaise. Just sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not.
Milk toast.
What about, and our last one is JWoww.
JWoww, I would say real. She's the person that I could have like the most normal, honest, like not a bullshit conversation with. Really, like we talked about guys and
she'd be
like
your
for
buddy.
real. Yeah. Okay. She's a guard down, kind of like whatever.
How are they tell me about their interaction with Sally.
It's not really ever direct with Sally when I see it. It's other people. There's like handlers in the middle. So there's direct producers that will sit down with them and bring them their drinks.
You've never seen Sally.
I've never seen Sally interact with them. Sally's up in the control room.
Yeah, she's up.
And there's all these. They each basically have like a chaperone, so to speak, that like brings them a drink in between takes and talks to them and keeps them on set and a wrangler.
Now, do you feel cameras off? They are actually friends.
Yeah, I do. They are. I mean, sometimes they won't have anything to say because they honestly won't let them talk either. There's been times when we're like having a conversation and they'll come over and stop us.
By the way, it's like
save
here.
it for the cameras.
We say it all the time here at AfterBuzz. We'll be talking during commercial breaks. We'll go, no, let's save it.
Yes.
So okay, I get
But you'll
that.
catch little conversations, and they talk about like, I'm coming to your house this weekend, and little plans that they made.
So they are still hanging out without taping.
It sounds like
Which ones would you say?
Well, this one probably was for filming. I think Sitch was going to stop by like JWoww's house, but I think they were filming the Snooki and JWoww show. But I do think Deena and Snooki are still really good friends.
Okay.
The girls are all really tight.
Even
Minus
Sammy?
Minus Sammy. I feel like
no.
Sammy's kind of on the cusp of like not really caring either. Like
what about Polly Vinny?
Yeah, how real is that?
I don't even know if they're really in real life.
I feel like it's cool.
We were shocked about that, remember? Because he didn't make much of an appearance on the Pauly D show.
And I was expecting him to be on that show.
Right. And
I think for the purposes of Jersey Shore, they're like, we love each other in this surrounding, in this environment. It's like work friends, you know? Like when we left E, like there was a very small group of people that I kept in touch with. And you're like best friends with them when you work there.
Oh, and it's over,
but then,
it's over.
Yeah, it's over. And you realize that's all we had in common, really, was that job. So I think that's kind of the situation with them. They love each other. They get along. But did they maintain a bromance? Not really. I mean, Pauly's so busy, too. He's
so really
in and out.
Just the girls.
Really, it's just the girls, I would say.
Wow.
And what do you think about Sammy and Ronnie's relationship?
I think they're legit. They live together, from what I've heard, and
their interactions in front of you
are very real
genuine?
couple. Yeah, very much so.
They were texting each other that night from the bar. We were
Have you talked
creeping on them.
to any of them about what their plans may be after this season? Or?
I have not, but I have a feeling that when we do this finale, that's going to be the big topic.
You're going to have to come back in for us.
I will come back in for sure.
Give us all the dish.
So, Amy, can you talk about your pilot or not?
Yeah, the pilot didn't get picked up, so it's a bummer. But that's why I'm blonde. It was for CBS. It was my very first multi-camera sitcom.
Network.
It was network.
Oh my God, and that's totally because you remind me of Beth Bears.
Oh, thank you. I love her. I got
She's
to interview for a
amazing.
show I was doing. She's super sweet, and she just got swept up and is on a hit show. So it can happen. That's
it
where
will
I want to
happen.
go.
It will
Thank
happen.
you. I really love doing that. The live audience, it was amazing. I had the first line in the pilot, and thank God I had no idea that at a table read, like network executives are there. I show up and we all have plaques, and there's like 60 people seated around us.
Yeah,
And I'm
a lot
like,
of money on the line.
I have to speak the first word of this whole thing. I'm like shaking in my boots, but I didn't get fired. Someone else did. It sucks. Later that day.
It's good that you went through it.
It's great that I went through it because I just did a spot on Hot in Cleveland, and I was like, oh yeah, I've done this before.
And by the way,
I know exactly what's going to happen.
Traditionally, this is how it goes. Like with Fran Drescher, for instance, she didn't just get the nanny. You can see old sitcoms where she was making guest spots.
All the time.
They're building it. Whereas Beth and Maria like to work at like 22, whatever. It happens.
It does,
but the
but
norm
it's
is
not
what you're going through.
Yeah.
Pilot after pilot and
I'm happy to do it,
recurring and
'cause-
walk on. No, that's how it goes.
Exact little co-stars, anything. Like I'm just happy to be there and absorb it all because I know I have a lot to prove in that area. People know me as a host, so I've got to go through the ranks of becoming an actor now.
Right.
Just like anyone else, you can't just leap over.
No.
It's difficult, but it's fun and I love it. And I worked with Regis on Hot in Cleveland. He's in my episode, so that was crazy. I'm like in the presence of legends. Betty White and Regis Philbin in the same shows.
Yeah.
It's
Valerie
pitch me.
Bertinelli.
Yeah,
I love Valerie
Jane
Bertinelli.
Leaves. They're just all wonderful. Wendy Malick. I admired her forever. They're just really amazing women. So it was cool. I was just looking around the room, kind of like felt like I snuck in. Like, how am I in this room?
No,
this
you
doesn't feel
belong
right.
there.
Thank you. But you know what I mean?
But I knew that when I first met you, and I told that to you. You know,
did.
You have the it factor.
You did. I appreciate that.
You know, we're hoping.
Got it, girl.
Roxy doesn't have that.
It's all about
but
work.
she
I'm
can
gonna work
party.
my ass off. We can party. Get wild.
Okay, Rox, what else do we have?
No, we're good. We've got predictions, but then.
Oh, shoot, we get predictions.
Yeah.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I mean, okay, so what the hell do we see next week? We see that
All right, Jen-
Deena is talking
To her
mom.
parents, and the mother goes. What she said? The mother had a great line.
Mother
about-
has a fantastic line.
Yeah.
I can't
She's
quote it
like, I
verbatim.
just wanted to have a meatball day. And she's like,
Oh, yeah, the judge.
when
is
you're
gonna
in
say-
jail, you're going to tell the judge you just wanted to have a meatball day.
Yeah, that was great. We see
That was
Paula
awesome.
and the Sitch become official.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And we also see the.
I think he's wearing a T-shirt
Yeah.
that says, will you go out with me?
Oh, my God.
But on the other end of the spectrum, we see a little bit of a breakup scene between JWoww and Roger on the phone. And Jenni tries to cry, but the Botox
She has a
doesn't let
horrible
her.
cry face.
Ooh.
Horrible cry face.
It's kind of sad.
And you know, it's you're right though,
frozen.
because so much of it's. Is that good
I thought
yelling
that
out in the hall?
was outro music, but that's
is
literally
that?
in the hallway.
People yelling in the hallway. All right, so
Having
we
a
got.
party.
And that's our cue.
But you know
that's
what?
the music.
I want. It's hard to deal with the situation in Paula and JWoww because we know how it ends up. So I think we just got to go back to drinking during these shows.
Go with the flow.
And we'll sober up when Amy comes back.
Yeah.
Can we not? Can we be drunk next time?
We can.
Amy can join
That's
us.
kind of unfair that I get you guys like on the wagon. You're off. I can't keep it
If you
straight.
promise to come back, I promise to get you drunk.
I promise to come back.
Amy,
When someone has to promise to take me home.
And you're based in LA, right?
This looks
we'll
really
get
comfy.
You. No, we'll get you home.
We'll get you some Ron juice.
I've crashed on many a futon. It's okay.
Are you gonna be in LA for the next?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm around.
You know what I'm thinking? AfterBuzz TV Company Christmas party.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, yes.
Yeah, we
I
have a
love a
lot.
good holiday party.
Oh, yeah.
200 wannabes being drunk and obnoxious. All right. Anyway, thank you, Amy, so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
It was really fun, you guys.
Tune in next week. Say hi to us on iTunes.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later, bitches.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.